As Christians, we are living in a world that is increasingly hostile to our faith and values. The satanic New World Order, which seeks to undermine God's authority and establish a secular, humanistic society, is a pervasive and insidious force that threatens to engulf us all. However, as believers, we are not powerless against this evil system. In fact, we have a mandate from God to resist it and to fight back against its influences. The first step in fighting back against the satanic New World Order is to understand its nature and tactics. This system is rooted in rebellion against God and seeks to promote a secular, humanistic worldview that is opposed to biblical values. It operates through various channels, including the media, education, government, and entertainment, to shape public opinion and influence people's thoughts and behaviors. By understanding how the New World Order operates, we can better equip ourselves to resist its influences and to promote a biblical worldview. Another key strategy for fighting back against the satanic New World Order is to immerse ourselves in God's Word and to pray fervently. The Bible is our primary source of spiritual nourishment and guidance, and it is essential that we read and study it regularly to stay informed and inspired. Prayer is also a powerful weapon in our spiritual arsenal, and we should use it to seek God's guidance, protection, and empowerment as we navigate the challenges of living in a fallen world. By prayer and Bible study, we can stay connected to God and receive the strength and wisdom we need to resist the New World Order. In addition to these personal spiritual disciplines, we should also engage in collective action to resist the satanic New World Order. This can involve supporting Christian organizations and ministries that are working to promote biblical values and to counter the influences of the New World Order. We can also participate in activism and advocacy efforts, such as writing to our elected representatives, signing petitions, and participating in peaceful protests and demonstrations. By working together and supporting one another, we can build a strong and unified front against the forces of darkness that seek to undermine our faith and values. Furthermore, we should prioritize building strong, biblical families and communities that can provide a safe haven from the influences of the New World Order. By establishing and maintaining healthy relationships with our spouses, children, and friends, we can create a supportive network that can help us to stay grounded and focused on our faith. We should also seek to build bridges with other Christians and to work together to promote a biblical worldview and to resist the forces of darkness. By building strong, biblical communities, we can create a powerful witness to the truth and love of Christ that can help to counter the influences of the New World Order. Finally, we should remember that our ultimate hope and triumph is in Jesus Christ, who has already defeated the forces of darkness through his death and resurrection. As Christians, we are not called to live in fear or anxiety, but in faith and confidence, knowing that God is in control and that he will ultimately prevail. By keeping our eyes fixed on Christ and our hearts filled with hope and joy, we can overcome the challenges of living in a fallen world and emerge victorious in the end. In conclusion, fighting back against the satanic New World Order requires a multifaceted approach that involves personal spiritual disciplines, collective action, building strong biblical families and communities, and trusting in God's sovereignty and power. By working together and relying on God's strength and wisdom, we can resist the influences of the New World Order and promote a biblical worldview that honors God and blesses humanity.